What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Apple Baseball Banter. Sorry if there were a couple technical issues right there. My bad. Today we'll be giving out report. Oh my god. Okay. And we're having feedback. Give me 1 second. What the hell is going on? All right, give me 1 sec because everything is echoing. Hang on. All right, that might have been the dumbest thing to ever happen. Okay, what happened was I had the YouTube video open and it wasn't muted, so everything I could hear was coming back through my ears. What a dumb mistake. This show is going off to a great start. But what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Big Apple Baseball Banter, episode 38. They're almost to 50 episodes, which is crazy. Mets just walked it off against the Milwaukee Brewers. First game of the doubleheader. Appreciate you guys all joining. We're going to start with State of the Mets. We're going to be doing report cards. We're going to do all sorts of stuff. And, of course, I'll listen to your guys' phone calls. Before we get into that, you guys can check us out on Instagram, big.apple.baseball.banter. And our show is also available on podcasting platforms such as Spotify, Apple. And if you're on Apple, give us a 5-star. Helps grow the show. Let's start with State of the Mets. So, Mets have been somewhat hit or miss recently. Either some nights they're on, some nights they're off. Some nights they give up 20 unanswered to the Atlanta Braves, and then they almost sweep the Yankees. You know, the bats have been hit or miss, and the pitching's been good outside of giving up 20 runs. David Peterson has been terrible. That's kind of the biggest thing with that 20-run game. He's hurt. I don't know if it's a fortunate or unfortunate thing. Pretty much all I can say is about this team keeps winning when they really shouldn't be. We're starting to throw out some very random starting pitchers now, but it's working, and no doubt about it. So that not too much to say about the state of the team right now. We're still in first place. The Phillies are starting to get a bit closer. The Braves have been terrible. The Marlins Nationals aren't a threat in my mind, especially with Schwarber going down with the injury. So yeah, first place feels good, man. Let's get into one of my favorite things on the channel, the monthly report cards. We're going to start, I don't know why I wrote 2021. We're doing June report cards. So I take every player's month of June and give them a grade for it. So I go through, the starting the starting lineup, which is kind of the opening day standard starting lineup, the rotation, bullpen, and all the bench reserve guys. Kind of like a lot of those guys, due to injuries, have gotten starting time, but I still consider them bench pieces. Guys like VR and Pilar. Before that, let's hit this chat. Thank you for winning against the Brewers. I need you to do it again. I got you. No worries. Nice hat. Yes, sir. Go Jets. No, this isn't a Jet show, but I got to rep my football team while I'm at it. Okay, I got to do this. Shout out to Brandon Nimmo, man. Since he's been back, this offense has been amazing. We have a clip from last Mets Weekly of us. Mets fan mentioned that when Nimmo's back, the offense is going to be better, and it sure has. And he's been playing phenomenally recently. I could see him very likely having an A+ grade for the month of July when we do it next month. So let's get into these report cards. Starting with James McCann in the starting lineup, B+. Really good month from him. Hit well, finally. And he was clutch too, which was good. Defense, slightly below average. I don't think it's as bad as some people make it out to be. But it wasn't, stellar. He didn't have a stellar month. He had a very good month, B+. Pete Alonso, B+ as well. Solid month. And I don't go too into depth with these guys. I kind of just give my brief thoughts. If not, we'd be here all day, and I want to get to the call-ins. So Jeff McNeil, he gets an F. Jeff McNeil was terrible. I mean, he was hurt most of the month. When he came back, was dreadful, but just walked it off against the Milwaukee Brewers. Hopefully he'll have a better month this month. He didn't really get much playing time, but he was just despicably bad. Francisco Lindor, C, he's had an awful year, but, he's been a little bit better of late, so I'll give him a C. Nothing great. He's average with really good defense. J.D. Davis didn't play. He gets an incomplete. Dom Smith gets a C. Good month. Got hot towards the end. Got really clutch. I see a huge month coming from him here. Brandon Nimmo didn't play, but he's starting off great. And Michael Conforto gets an F. Was absolutely dreadful. Had that one good game when he came back and has been terrible since. Moving on to the starting rotation. Uh, Jacob deGrom gets an A+. He's not human. What's new? He had a couple rough starts where he gave up 3 runs. I mean, not human. Moving on. Marcus Stroman gets an A. Really good month from him. Obviously, doesn't strike out the amount of guys that Jacob deGrom strikes out, but still a really good month. Should have been an all-star. Speaking of should have been an all-star, Taijuan Walker, B+. Couple shaky starts here and there, but a really good month overall. David Peterson, F, was absolutely dreadful. Joey Lucchesi, before going down with injury, gets an A+. He was phenomenal before going down with injury. Huge loss now, going with Tommy John. I don't think it's as big as some people are saying it, because I don't think he was going to keep it up. Kind of know the pitcher he is, but was off to a really good start in the month. And then Jordan Yamamoto, I don't even know why I have him. He didn't play, thankfully. Edwin Diaz gets an A, not A+ Diaz stuff, but still a really good month. He started out this month a little shaky, but I got to keep reminding myself just to stay with last month, but really good month overall. Miguel Castro kind of fallen off a bit. I'm going to give him a C+. He's got some walk issues, some earned run issues. He hasn't been stellar, but he's been decent. I expect more from him though. Trevor May gets a B. Trevor May was good, not great, but he's been really good recently, and I expect a big month out of him. Aaron Loup, A+. Now, people are talking about him an all-star snub. He definitely has all-star caliber numbers. I just think, he doesn't have the notoriety. He's not have the name value. And I saw a really interesting tweet this morning. It was like, Mets fans wanted Justin Wilson and Brad Hand. We got Aaron Loup. Listen to your front office. That was a very good take. Jerry's Familia. He gets a C+. His numbers are inflated with, I've mentioned this before, with Luis Rojas' incompetence in that San Diego game. Gave him, put him in for a second inning, which is not Jerry's Familia at all. Gives up, he loaded the bases, which led to a given up grand slam with Jacob Barnes, who's thankfully his ass is out of here. I probably should have graded him, but he's on a different team. He's an afterthought. He stinks. Sean Reed Foley, he's fallen back down to earth a bit. D. Speaking of the Blue Jays, who we traded Jacob Barnes to, Gesellman, he gets a C. He had an okay month, and then he does what he does, and he gets hurt. Gesellman, he's constantly hurt. Yenzi Diaz, he didn't really pitch much. I'll give him a C. Drew Smith, I'm excited for this guy. I'm going to give him an A. He's always put into very tough situations. It seems like he doesn't really have a defined role in this bullpen, but I think he really needs one, man. So Drew Smith had a really good month. Thomas Zapucki, he was terrible in that one outing, F. And then Corey Oswalt was, decent in his one outing, B+. Going onto the bench, Tomas Nido, D. We know what he is at this point. He's a backup catcher who gets hot sometimes, and you want to keep him in the lineup when he's hot, but then he cools down major. People are acting like this dude is a great catcher. He's good defensively, very good defensively, but doesn't hit. We've seen it for a few years. He's definitely improved a lot. I hope he hits. That would be great. But there's a reason they started playing McCann more, because Nido was not playing well. Patrick Mazeika, B+, really good month. Started to catch as well. Very limited playing time, but in those playing times, he took advantage of the circumstance. Brandon Drury gets an F. Terrible. Jose Peraza, it's weird. His numbers are worse than you expect because he's been pretty clutch. I'm going to give him a D because his numbers alone are really bad, but he's had some clutch moments for this Mets team. And then we got Jonathan VR with a B. Cooled down a little bit. He's been playing really good defense at third base as well. Missing him was kind of tough. Luis Guillorme, he gets a B as well. Similar player, of course. Maybe a C. I forgot to write him down, if I'm being honest. So I'm trying to think of how well he played without looking at the stats, if I'm being honest. Albert Almora Jr. was dreadful. He gets an F. Useless at the plate, and he's been sent down since. Billy McKinney, another bench mob guy who's kind of come back down to earth and, not great. People were thinking about him as a Michael Conforto replacement, which I thought was nuts, and now he's a prime DFA candidate. Baseball players get hot, and then they cool back down. It's very natural for that to happen. And then Kevin Pillar had a really bad month, man. He gets a D. Got good playing time, which didn't help him because he had a really rough month. And then Travis Blankenhorn didn't do anything, and he's in the minors as well. So those are my Mets report cards for the month of June. Hopefully we get some higher grades there on the offensive side. I feel like I've said that every month because it seems like our pitchers dominate the A grades, and that's kind of about it. What's up? Out to dinner at Texas Roadhouse with the boys. Just popping in to say hi and LSGM. Yes, sir. McNeil is the man. What up, Hayden? Thank you for popping in, my man. Enjoy your dinner. Drop in the chat what you ordered. No, I'm just kidding. Unless you want to. Let's get to. I'm gonna pin the link for the Collins because everyone's always demanding me to pin it to put it in early. I'm gonna put that in the chat, and you guys are free to call in while I get to the next topic. Of course, I always do my opening monologue at the beginning, and then I get to the callers. Mets All-Star Game snubs. So, in my opinion, there were a few Mets who were snubbed from the All-Star team, unfortunately. Now, my prediction was DeGrom, Diaz, Walker, and Stroman would make the All-Star team, and unfortunately, only DeGrom made it. He's not going to pitch in the All-Star game, at least it seems. Hopefully, at least I hope he goes. Just so you know, for the Met fans out in Colorado, that would be sweet. Obviously, you want to see him too on TV. You know, Pete Alonso's us on the home run derby, so have a support your teammate, whatnot. When you look at some of the pitchers who made it, I can guess I go over the starting pitchers who made it. Jacob, or just pitchers in general. Jacob deGrom, Kevin Gausman, Corbin Burns, Brendan Woodruff, Yu Darvish, Craig Kimbrell, Josh Hader, Mark Melancon, Herman Marquez, Alex Reyes, Trevor Rogers, and Zach Wheeler. So it's tough to think who you'd take out. I think if I would put one guy in, I would put Walker in over a Yu Darvish. I think he's had a better year than Yu Darvish. You think that these guys are going to be all-stars, guys like Diaz and Stroman, but then there's also a lot of talent around the league. That's why it's called the All-Star game. So, it's a tough situation. I wish there were more Mets in the All-Star game, only having one representative. Luckily, it's not like, one guy's being forced to represent, one decent player, but not an All-Star caliber player is just there because every team needs a representative. I'm glad that our one All-Star representative is a, top two player, in my opinion, my number two player. So, those are just my thoughts on the All-Star game. Sucks we can't get more guys. I'm still looking forward to it. At first, I was really pissed off about it. I'm still pissed about the uniforms. Those are horrific. What else is new? Let's get into the callers. Let's start with everybody's favorite. Time for my views to either drop or increase. Let's go to Zuriz. What's up, man?
Hello. The All-Star list. I've never been more pissed off by anything. You could probably guess why.
Because Diaz didn't make it?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, do you want to know who made the All-Star game over him? Okay.
Alex Reyes. He's the one guy maybe you take off.
Alex Reyes is not very good at baseball. I'm sorry, he's not a very good reliever.
He walks too many guys, if I'm being honest.
He has a worse walk problem than Miguel Castro and Jerry's Familia. Okay, second of all, his BABIP until the other day was way under 200. And his last two outings, he's allowed 3 runs in less than 2 innings. And I'm like, of course. And then Aroldis Chapman.
Oh, that's the American League. That's different.
Mark Melancon made it over him. What? No.
He's having a better year, I thought.
He's not. No, absolutely, he's not having a better year than Diaz.
Exactly.
Not even close.
I know the Chapman thing was crazy. Obviously, before they started getting the voting going before he completely tanked. But yeah, I think Melancon's got the saves. So, but obviously that's also the American League, which I care less about.
Yeah.
Because Diaz has no effect on him. Yeah. So it's a tough situation. I wish more guys were to make it.
I will say, I know you have a runner on second base to start an inning, but I was incredibly disappointed by what I saw from Edwin Diaz today.
Yeah, he's been shaky lately.
And look, it's an incredibly tiny sample size, and I was kind of encouraged by his save against Milwaukee because I know you saw him give up the run, but he got 2 strikeouts in that easy pop-up. That's all that matters. You get the last 3 outs to win the game. And look, at least
I'd rather him not give up the outs to begin the runs to begin with. But obviously, it's good to see a guy fight through adversity.
You saw him stay composed and get out of it. And so I thought that was a good sign above all because relievers give up runs. And Diaz had only given up 1 run in a save situation since he's so terrible in non-save situations apparently. But
he's not great.
He's
Look,
great.
Just
He's
just
just as
don't put
good.
him in the non-save situations.
If there's a tie game, I trust Edwin Diaz to hold it. I do.
Oh,
I think
tie
it's
game. Yeah,
I think
but
it's a look. But in for example, today I don't. There's no one I can. There's no reliever really in the league. You can say I 100% trust you to get out of this extra inning scatheless. And Diaz was so close to doing it, and then he just lost command, which is why I'm disappointed. He had three different opportunities to three different batters to get out of that inning, and he lost command, and that disappointed me. But look, he in my opinion, he's top 3 at his position in the league as a reliever, and I'm not at all worried about him moving forward. It's just
who's 1 and 2 for you? Hader and Hendricks.
yeah, I
Yeah.
have to give it. I know Hader blew the save today, but that's the first home run he's given up all
Relievers
year.
blow saves like it
Yeah.
happens. They're not
It
going to have a
happens.
0 ERA. Exactly.
Diaz has blown one save, and look, I truly think Diaz's ERA should be much lower than it is. I don't know why it's in the high 2s, but
I mean, yeah, a lot of times when you watch the games, like versus just looking at stats, like you always kind
Yeah.
of get a general idea.
there are just so many prime examples of the guy being the unluckiest dude in baseball. Not today. Today that was him, but especially against the Nationals when he was put in that non-save situation. Like he clearly struck out Soto. Everything that made contact was
that
just
game?
finding the
Yeah.
weirdest spots. That's just unlucky. It just is. But anyway,
Huh.
I had a suggestion. Can you name all those players you did for the report cards? I want to give them my grade.
Oh,
wanna give
yeah,
him a
I got
grade.
you. All right.
Give me every single one.
Hold on, let me pull it back up. It's actually a good idea but don't go too in depth with it. Just
Oh,
make
I
it
won't.
quick, kind of like what
Yeah.
I did. Oh my God, why my phone's having issues? Hang on, almost ready. All right, boom. All right, let's start with. Hang on.
Let's go, McCann, man. I told you he was elite.
We'll start with him.
D- in June.
God.
His
All right.
defense is terrible.
Okay.
And he's
All right.
an
All right. Cool.
overrated
Yeah.
hitter.
Pete Alonso.
B plus.
All right. Jeff McNeil.
D. But
Yeah.
I'm not worried about him.
Didn't really play.
I'm
Lindor.
not worried about him. Lindor, I'll give him a B at a much better month.
Yep. JD didn't play. Dom Smith.
B plus.
Brandon. Oh, he didn't play either. Michael Conforto.
F.
Yeah. Terrible. His defense has been looking good though.
It has been looking good. Definitely.
All right. DeGrom.
A plus.
Stroman.
B minus.
All right. Taiwan Walker.
B.
Peterson.
I'll give him a D for this month because he did have 3 good starts, but he's so inconsistent.
Yeah.
D.
Your boy Lucchese.
A plus.
Yeah, I did too before he went down. Diaz, your boy as well.
A plus.
Castro.
D.
Trevor May.
A plus.
Moving on. Aaron Loop.
A minus. A minus. I'll give him
Okay,
A minus.
that's fair. I think he's gonna have a monster month this month. He's been good
Oh, yeah.
recently. Aaron Loop.
He's better than Brad Hand. Aaron Loop A plus.
Yep, I did too. Familia.
What we saw A. I'll give him an A for what we saw.
Reed Foley.
D minus to F.
Yeah, he's been really bad. Gesellman.
He's just bad. He was a total cheater. You can tell.
Oh, he was like a spin rate
Like,
guy.
like, I hope I never see the guy again. I just
Really?
can't stand him anymore. I was
Dude, you
so
don't like
into
the squats and
I
the
did.
mustache?
I did.
You can't diss the squat, dude.
He sucks now, though. I mean, it's just
Maybe he needs
He
to
was a
squat a little
cheater.
bit more.
he's a cheater.
I mean, half the league was cheating, but
I know, but he
That's
sucks
besides the
without
point.
cheating.
all right. Gesellman.
B, I think. Yeah, about a B.
Yeah,
That's pretty
he
good.
didn't do much. Yenzi Diaz. I mean, didn't do much
Okay.
either.
I mean, he besides one pitch, he was really good. So
Yeah.
B minus.
Drew Smith.
I'll give him a B plus.
Yeah, I gave him an A. He had a good month. Sapucky. He was dreadful that one outing.
He was never good. I said this guy is ass. He's just bad. He walks the field like everyone's like when Peterson was terrible. I was like, bring up Thomas Sapucky.
I mean, we wanted to see what we had with the guy. At least I did. Like I made a whole segment on him
I knew
because I mean,
exactly what was gonna happen.
well, you win. Corey Oswalt. What was your grade? An F?
F, like less
Yeah.
than that.
Corey Oswalt.
B minus.
Yep.
He was all right.
All right.
He kept us in it.
All right, the bench. Your guy Nito.
A plus. A plus plus, actually. He's a phenomenal framer. He's a phenomenal defensive catcher, and he's a better hitter than our starting catcher. So yeah, I'll
Yeah,
give
you had
him
a,
an A
no.
plus.
This month he was a better hitter.
He's a better hitter. Oh
No,
in
this
general,
month. This is for this past month.
This month, no, he was not. But McCann had a very lucky month
Oh,
offensively.
yeah,
So
doesn't count. He's just lucky.
he is.
All right, Mazika,
A plus. I want him over McCann.
Brandon Drury.
F minus.
Yeah, he was terrible.
He did make a nice play
Peraza.
at third base. Peraza, B. He's clutch.
He's clutch, but he's bad every other time. So
I mean, he's a phenomenal second baseman.
you do what defensively?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
He's amazing defensively.
Former shortstop, right?
He's probably better than McNeil at second base. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna lie.
probably.
McNeil's flashier though, but
McNeil's fine, but he's not like anything amazing.
I think McNeil's really good actually at second. But he's flashier, but he's not. Exactly
He obviously has the value too of being able to move him
Yeah.
around and whatnot.
Yeah. He's a great. Yo, Frank just tweeted Mets could have done a bullpen game. Exactly. We haven't done that in forever. It worked when we did it. Like, yeah, Castro, Loop, Lugo, May. We could win that game.
What? Which game?
If we just did a bullpen game like we did
What,
before,
tonight?
like, yeah, like maybe Castro first 2 innings, Drew Smith, Aaron Loop, Lugo, May. I think we have a better chance of winning than Robert Stock. Who
Who the hell's pitching tonight? What's his name?
who
Yeah.
pitched against us? But anyway, rest of the bench.
VR.
VR's good, but he's not. Mets fans are totally overrating him.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, he's
I
coming
would
up big
totally-
for
I
a
would
backup
to-
player.
I would totally pick Luis Guillorme over him. Sorry, everyone.
I would
I
too.
think- I mean, he's good though.
Actually, well, VR's got the power though. Like,
I don't care though, like, cause Guillorme gets on base 40% of the time.
yeah. Almora. Or speaking of Guillorme.
Guillorme gets a nice B plus.
Yep.
Or
Almora. Ugh.
next,
McKinney.
McKinney. He gets. I'll give him a C plus. I want him around. I think.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's got some value. Pilar.
Pilar, I'll give him a B. He's clutch. He comes up. He has his moments, and he's serviceable out there in the outfield. I'm not pissed off about him. And he was getting kind of unlucky before, so.
All right, Blankenhorn.
I mean, he did. He caused Reese Hoskins to make an error, so I'll give him an A plus because that won us a game.
Hell yeah. All right. So those are your grades. So anything else you want to say? I don't have too many questions
Anything
planned
else
out.
I want to say? Yeah, there are some things I want to say. I also made up my top 15 catchers list. I think it's time you hear it.
All right, fine, but
All right,
make
all
it
right, all
quick
right.
because
Okay.
we luckily have time to kill today. So
Okay, yeah, that's good. There was the leaderboard. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is in no order. Okay, these are just names. Okay,
wait, there's no order.
no order. Just these are names. There are some I could order for you, but the rest are just names.
Can you try ordering like the top 5 or something?
Okay, I'll try.
Because I mean, there's only like 15
Yeah.
good catchers.
Real Muto, Grindal, Murphy, Smith, and someone else. I don't know. Vasquez, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, those will be my top 5. I'll just go through the rest. So the rest of the top 15, Kyle Higashioka, Max Stassi, Zunino, Austin Hedges, Toma.
All right, cool. You're out of here. Andrew, what is going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
I can't hear Austin Hedges is the top catcher. I can't hear that.
No, that's some bullshit right there.
That's crazy. How you doing, man? What are your thoughts on the Mets recently?
As I tweeted out after this game, I'm going more. And as much as I don't want to say this, they are one of the best teams in the National League. I didn't want to say it because I'm not trying to put my faith. I did the same thing in 2019 where I've held it back, and everyone's been all positive, and I'm like, this is still the Mets. This is still the Mets we're talking about.
Yeah.
They keep
new team though, Cohen, baby.
They keep finding ways to win games.
It's crazy.
And bullshit of Jose Peraza, first home run allowed by Josh Hader, and Jose Peraza's tying the game. Stuff like that, good teams win. I think Ron said it best a couple days ago. Good teams find ways to win.
Yep.
And these guys, after a rough series in Atlanta, go into Yankee Stadium, into the older brother's home, and beats the living shit out of them 2 out of 3.
Hey, Yankee fans, y'all are welcome.
And then come home, and that's been the big thing with the media on MLB Network. Oh, they're just beating up on bad teams. Come in the first one of the hottest teams in the league, the Milwaukee Brewers, who just came off winning 11 straight, lost on Sunday, and now have lost 3 in a row because the Mets have taken the first 2, beating Brandon Woodruff and Corbin Burns.
And the Woodruff game, I think there's the most important games to win is when you're going up an ace against an ace with your 5 starter or McGill's our 8 starter, like with the amount of guys down. So like those games are must wins, or like they're very unlikely that you win them, but they're huge if you do. So winning a game like that is excellent.
Like I put in the group chat, the Mets so far this series have beaten or found a way to score or beat Woodruff, Burns, Williams, and Hader. Yes, they didn't score off Williams, but they found a way to beat them with those 4 guys pitching. Yes, whatever the hell, Suter comes in the 9th or the extra innings and blows it, whatever. But they're finding ways to win. And again,
San Diego, we played them very well this year.
Win the series versus San Diego. They haven't played the Dodgers. They haven't played the Giants yet. They've played pretty well in division. Against the Cardinals, they lost 2 out of 3. They split with the Cardinals, another bad team. They beat didn't they sweep the Cubs at Citi Field and then got swept?
They got swept in Wrigley, and I think they won
bounced
the
back.
series. Yeah,
bounced back at home. So they're beating everyone that they're beating the teams they're supposed to. Which if they can find a way to win tonight, have 4 with the Pirates coming up. If they don't win at minimum 3 games out of this next series, could go. I'm gonna say it again because I don't care. I'm doing it. They're fattening this league going into the All-Star break, and they will go at minimum. I'm calling it right now. At minimum, they're gonna have a 6-game league going into the break. At minimum. Yeah, you know what? I'm knocking on wood. I don't got any red. I would go kiss a freaking shamrock right now if I could. I don't care. I've put my faith that at the All-Star break, there will be a minimum 6 games, a 6-game lead.
Hell yeah, man. That gets me fired up. On another note, Zariz is pissed off on Twitter. He said, rough LOL Elias, banning opinions. No, I ban stupidity.
This is a tyrant, bro. Me and you, you're the host. I have the mod. This is a tyranny. If you say some dumb shit, you get up out of here.
Yeah, that's how Hayden, it is. Sergio, like we make the rules around here, man. This is my show, Zariz. You can make Big Apple Zariz banter.
You can have opinions, but just don't be stupid opinions.
Exactly. No, you know the rule. You say Diaz was good in 2019, you're out of here. Freaking
Austin Hedges is a top 10 catcher. You get up out of here.
Yep. And Mets fan posted like the poll, his polls, which if you guys can go to Mets fans,
go check that.
He made a stick poll thread on Twitter. One of them was Diaz good in 2019, and the amount of people who said yes just made me lose brain cells. So I hate to always bring him up, but
again, my thing. They need to ban analytics from fans' eyes. That should be front office only.
Exactly.
They are the only people that can see baseball. Savant, Fangraphs, that's it. Front offices. That leaves the fans counting numbers.
The only
that's how you decide.
We get are like the ones on Baseball Reference and like
the greatest website
and all that shit like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, so let's talk All-Star game because you did say some snubs.
Yep.
And I'm maybe still going to Colorado. So off in the air if I'm going to go to Colorado this year, depending.
Oh, nice.
At minimum, the futures game. I do want to talk about the home run derby because oh my god,
Pete's not winning it.
Pete's getting he's getting bounced in the first round.
Gallo's winning it.
What do you mean? Salvador Perez is the Dinger Derby champ, bro.
That's true.
Salvi is winning the derby. I'm kidding. No,
and he plays. Well, the thing with him, he plays in such a tough ballpark in Kansas City.
And still hits homers.
To Colorado.
Oh,
But Gallo is not the most productive power hitter in the league, but I think he's the most powerful hitter in the league.
And
the ball comes off his bat different, and he's a guy we need to look at potentially trading for.
I mean, I did talk about it in my trade. Hard plug. Check out my video. He's
hard plug. Andrew Acevedo on YouTube.
Part 2. I need one more sub for 200. So if you're new, make sure to drop subscribe. Still click a hard plug. Need one more to get to 200.
Everyone get Andrew to 200. Get me to 100.
Get him to 100. Get me to 200. Let's get to 1,000.
And
by the
throw ads on our videos. and we can throw
Exactly.
ads on our videos and,
Oh,
and make
God,
like
that'd be-
1 cent a video.
Exactly.
And I'll make
But-
everyone super chat if they want to, like, let's say they want to like come on and like roast the Rees or like talk with
Oh,
one of the
God.
Mets Weekly creators or whatnot.
Oh,
You have to pay for it.
You gotta pay for it. Oh Lord! But like I said, this might be I can't think of one. Maybe the most fun home run derby lineup we've had.
Oh my God.
Ohtani, Gallo, Olsen, Alonso, Soto. Salvi's kind of the weakest one of the two.
Story?
Who's the ace guy? Oh, and the Trevor Story. Like this is
That
great.
dude rakes. Yeah, I know he's not off to a great year, but especially in Colorado.
And he has the advantage. Yeah, he's hit there. He knows how to hit.
Yep.
I think I need to check Vegas if they have an over/under for 500-foot homers.
Shout out to Louis.
Thank you, Louis. Appreciate it. There's number 200. Let's
Congrats,
go.
man.
Appreciate it.
Sure.
But like I said, I think Vegas should have an over/under of 500-foot homers because I'm saying at minimum in Colorado, at least 20 balls are going over 500 feet.
They also have like the whole 30-second bonus thing. Like they should bump
Exactly,
it up
like,
to, like to get like a minute bonus if you hit like a 600-footer or something crazy like that.
Exactly. It is not even like, oh man, this is like you gave the loaded derby roster in Colorado.
Yep.
The ball, they're going to be hitting balls in the top of the upper deck over that restaurant they have. They're going to be hitting them in the fans in dead center over the batter's eye.
People are
And
gonna
maybe-
probably be chilling in the parking lot trying to catch balls. Like,
Exactly. I genuinely cannot wait.
it's gonna be
Gallo, if I'm going to pick one. I'm taking Matt Olson. I think
Yep.
he's the underrated sneaky pick.
Has the bracket come out yet?
No, I think you're going to find that probably on Sunday. They'll announce that.
Okay.
On Sunday, you'll probably see it Sunday.
But my
during or
way
after.
to my way to early prediction is gonna be Gallo.
You think and Gallo's the MLB. If you play MLB the show, you're picking
Yeah,
Gallo
I
because
know. Yeah.
But Matt Olson, for
I
me,
don't
Matt
even play
Olson,
him, but I know he's like a god in
he's
the game. Yeah.
godly. But again, I think the underrated pick is Matt Olson. Beautiful
too.
left-handed stroke. I think Olson's going to put on a show. He's going to
Ohtani,
be
too, I mean, he leads the league in home runs.
exactly,
for a
and that's
reason.
what everybody wants to see. And then obviously Mets-wise, I don't like the guy, but still, the defending champ's going to have to defend against some of the best BP hitters in baseball. I feel he's going to get bounced in the first round if he has to play Salvador Perez. I'm just going to say it there. He plays Salvador.
I think
round
he
one,
beats
gets bounced.
Perez.
He needs Perez to move on, but it's going to be a show. I've always liked the home run derby, but I've never been hyped for it. This one just has that special feel that like we could see like a Vlad against Jock like every round, like 25 homers each side. It's going to be just.
And fun fact, this is my first time watching it live because I've been going to summer camp the past couple years, and they all have that. There's no, and I haven't been like a baseball fanatic for that. Like I've been a fan for a while, but not like a super fan. So like I never watched the All-Star game, or I'd watch the highlights obviously, but never watched the full game. So this is my first time watching the whole thing live. So I'm gonna set a weekend aside. Don't bother me. It's All-Star week.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Features
gonna be
game, all that.
Oh, man, I can't. Again, I will. Again, if we decide to go, I probably will be at the Futures game. I won't go to the Derby, and I'm not going to go to the game itself, which is too expensive. But I'll be around Denver. If I can find a way to sneak in, I'll sneak in. But I'll definitely be at the Futures game. And I don't know if they're doing a celebrity game this year, but I'll definitely be at those two. I'll be at Fan Fest all week. But
they got to do more events and whatnot. Like they got to do a mascot game.
That would be
the NHL does the mascot game.
Well,
I mean,
that's high quality.
It might be kind of tough with clunky mascots swinging bats and stuff. That might be
I
tough.
mean,
maybe do t-ball or like something like that. Do they do the celebrity game? Do they do that anymore?
I think they're doing it because I remember they came out with a roster. It's always after the Futures game, so I'll be at the Futures game and they tell you, oh, the celebrity game's after 2 again. So I would probably think.
I gotta address this that Vlad should have won over Alonso. To be honest, it's the form. No. It's the because I was in freaking Canada when it happened. All the Blue Jays fans, oh, Vlad Jr. should have won. It's like, okay, is it Pete's fault that Vlad Jr. hit so little amount of home runs? Like he didn't hit that many home runs before. He shouldn't have even freaking been there. Technically.
No, they say that because the real final was Jock versus Vlad, where Alonso the most he hit was 15 in a row. When Vlad was hitting 20 around and just got tired at the end. But I understand
with the seating,
yeah,
Pete Alonso didn't have to hit that many. That's how it works.
Carlos Santana in the first round.
Yeah.
I forgot who he beat in the second round.
Acuna.
Oh, he did beat Acuna.
Yep.
But yeah. I don't know, man.
Josh Bell when he used to be good.
When he used to be good. Bregman was in it. Jock and Vlad. So
when I used
again,
to like Bregman.
And like, think about it. We just said, oh, we got Jock, we got like Carlos. Like, we don't got home run hitters in the Derby. This year, we got like the best pure power hitters in the game.
We're even missing a few. Like, we're missing
exactly
Vladdy and Tatis,
Mr.
your boy.
Overrated. Yeah, Mr. Overrated and Vlad. You know.
Which Andrew put something out about like this. Like, it's actually insane. Like, every time Fernando Tatis like takes a breath, I can't go through Instagram that day. Because all it is just, I saw a meme one. It's like when Fernando Tatis breathes in oxygen, the announcer, oh my God, he's done it again.
It's like dumb as shit, man.
Like, Tatis is awesome. He's a phenomenal player, but it's getting annoying at this point.
And Trey Turner, he brings out his shade. Nothing. Mocking the Padres. Nothing. Trey Turner's for the cycle. You see one post.
Yeah,
Tatis
exactly.
makes a jumping catch.
Jumps high.
Oh my God.
God, can you believe it? I was like, yeah, post all the 15 other errors he's made.
Exactly. It's a joke. I mean, again, and I don't want to hate him, but it's just so funny. It is kind of funny to be the troll.
Padre fans suck him off.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, you mean all the new Padre fans who didn't
new
know the
Padres fans,
existed a year ago?
When there was when Chase Headley was around, yeah, it was fun. But but it's just fun, man. And I'm not even in New York, and I'm seeing clips. The radio in sports in New York is falling blue and orange.
Yeah.
And I think the Michael Kay show said it best. That's Mr. Yankees channel, and Kay didn't say it, but his broadcast partners did say it. When the Mets are good, I think Rosenberg.
Yeah,
I think it was Rosenberg that said it. I think because he's more the Yankee. He's the guy, which that made it even more for me. That he said, when the Mets are good, they will take over this town. Yep. And if they keep going the way they are, and the Yankees keep going the way they are,
Yankees have never really gone through this, like being bad.
2016, where they missed the playoffs by like 6 games.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a rebuild.
But it is funny, man. I saw on TikTok, I trolled the Yankee fan about Jeter. Like, this is how sensitive they are right now.
Jeter's maybe the most overrated player of all time. I saw a video on a Momentum where like all the players named like the best player of all time. Some of them like it's got to be Derek Jeter. I'm like, he's not even the best shortstop on his team. Fucking A-Rod was better than him. Like Draftnik Mark, he does the Mets Up podcast where his co-host is Twitter
has Jeter no range. Jeter had no
range. Yeah,
right. That's amazing. But like, even still, like this is how mad they are. I made a joke that's saying if Jeter played in Seattle, just picking some random small market, not thinking, oh, the Mariners were good
here.
Yeah, exactly. I just said Seattle, like thinking of the last 10 years they've sucked. But I forgot when Jeter was around in early 2000, they had won 115 games or whatever. Yeah. So this dude, deadass, comes back, replies to my comment with a video saying, oh, Seattle, when they had Griffey and A-Rod and Edgar, Jeter wouldn't have been. I'm like, oh, my God, you guys are so miserable and you can't take a joke. Like, it just shows how much of a joke they are right now. And yet, I think they won last night. I think Stanton hit a 3-run homer. Woohoo, you're beating the Mariners.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Seattle.
Speaking of Seattle, you beat Seattle. But again, I'm not counting them out because it is still the Yankees and they can pull some BS and find a way to get hot. But
I don't see it in that division.
I don't see it, but I'm not gonna. It's like the Mets. I'm not gonna say, oh, they're gonna win the World Series, but like it's the point that you never count out the Yankees because they can do something stupid at the deadline, add like Mike Trout or something, and then boom, they're gonna win the World Series. Like they will do shit like that. Sorry for my language. I'm just a little hot right now. Oh, no. Also, I'm in like 90-degree heat right now because this air conditioning sucks, and I'm in my grandparents' house.
I had to. I don't have AC, and I had to close my windows because I had dudes doing yard work with fucking chainsaws in the back. I replied to your tweet. I woke up to chainsaws going off in the front yard and Fernando Tatis nonstop shit on Instagram. So I had a great morning.
I got them blocked on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I have them blocked on everything. I don't see Fernando anything. Tatis. I just blocked
El Nino, none of that shit.
Exactly. Yeah. It's again, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. Still, Trey Turner's way better than him. It's not even close. But
I would probably football with fucking Mahomes. Like people like on the new Madden cover, it's like, oh, the new GOAT. The new GOAT. He's won one Super Bowl and got fucking clapped in the last one. Wasn't really his fault, but
exactly. You can't put that on.
He's played what for 3 years? Like,
and
relax. Just wait. Oh, Fernando. Trout better be worried.
Exactly. Like Trout's like
he said like career years every single year. Tatis has played for like 2 years and hasn't even played a full season yet.
And you can make arguments again, not to be that guy. You can make arguments that he's not the best shortstop. The media is gonna be like, he's the best shortstop. You can look at Bogarts, you can look at Trevor Story when he's fully healthy. Again, I will keep
Lindor?
yelling at the Trey Turner. Lindor, if he ever gets his stuff together, and you can make an argument he's better.
Switch hitting.
Over the last
Be like Cedric Mullins.
Exactly. He's got to switch. He's
Full
got to
righty.
stop that.
Full righty.
But again, I get and I get that this marketing of trying to get the youth in. I have said this to my parents, and I've said it to friends. We're like, oh, they're trying to bring in the casual fan. Screw the casual fan.
Yeah.
They don't care. And these homers and all that, it does not matter. Stop pissing off your hardcore fans that love this sport with stupid 7-inning doubleheaders, extra bases rule, 3. Stop pissing them off to cater to freaking Steve in accounting that just flipped through ESPN one night. Oh, why would I see ESPN? They don't care about baseball.
Yeah,
MLB Network one day and saw a home run and said, oh, this looks cool. Steve from accounting does not give a shit about your game.
When ESPN does talk about baseball, you got Stephen A. Smith saying, Shohei Ohtani's not that good, okay? It's that 370, it's 270. Like, this brother can really play. He got 300 yards.
It's bad because I got to deal with him with hockey now because NHL just signed that big deal with ESPN.
He does hockey too?
Well, he's on ESPN, and they just signed NHL just signed a huge deal with ESPN to be the main guy. So,
about hockey.
He doesn't. He's out here. This is how much he doesn't know about. Sorry for the. This is a baseball show. Talk about hockey. Just give me my 2 seconds. Nobody cares anyway. Let me get my 2 cents. When the Leafs and the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid, the best player in the league, and the Toronto Maple Leafs, who went all in at the deadline and seemed to can never get out of the first round. This man said the McDavid point hurt more because that's not knowing anything. The Leafs being compared to the Cowboys, 100%. Always top, big market. Can see their fans never shut up and never can get out of the first round. But he says Connor McDavid and the Oilers are an embarrassment because he's used to one player can change a team in football. Mahomes can carry anybody. You look at
basketball,
exactly. Hockey is not. Connor McDavid can score 3 goals a night, and if the goaltender gives up 4, they can lose.
Yep.
So it's just the blatant stupidity of I love Steve. I kind of like Stephen A. Smith because he's so stupid and he's funny.
He doesn't know when you watch the funny moments, but sometimes it pisses you off. When
100%.
Here's the thing, and this and we're kind of going long here, but we're having a good time. We don't have too many other callers, anyways. It's fine. So there's a difference between an analyst and a personality. Stephen A. Smith tries way too hard to be all those guys try to be analysts. Fucking Colin Cowherd is the definition of that. Where he acts like he's doing mock drafts with Daniel Jeremiah.
Oh my God, I saw that. Oh my God.
And he was like, he doesn't know anything. His picks were just a joke. I mean, he had the Jets taking a fucking tight end at number 2.
And the best part is he sounds so smart. He comes up with these analogies, and he gives you the perception of he's smart and he knows what he's talking about. He's talking out of his ass.
Yeah,
like that's the best part, man.
The only thing he does well is those analogies. He'll go on and on with these analogies, and then talks about the players, and then he just knows nothing. He's a stat guy. Like he's a counting stat guy, and in football especially, those are the worst. Like if you say, "Oh, this linebacker is great because he had 100 tackles last year," Blake Martinez.
Hey, enough. We know he's
not bad anymore. He's not bad
anymore. Exactly.
He's not as bad, but Andrew, this was fun, man. I really appreciate you calling in.
I do want to go one thing.
Oh yeah,
thank you to James McCann. If you don't draw that walk, the Mets don't win that game. So. Analytics
defense wasn't good enough.
I don't give a shit. He didn't swing at 2 pitches that were sliders in the dirt. James, you're good with me. Let's take game 3 tonight. Let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets. Fuck the Brewers.
Bro, yeah, hell yeah. Peace, my guy.
Future World Series champs. I'm gonna say that. You got me hyped up. This is our year, baby. All right, Andrew, you have a good night, man. All right, shout out to Andrew calling in. We had a good long talk. That was good fun. Let's bring on a fan favorite now. Let's bring on Jose. How you doing?
What up, guys?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. My Angels are winning.
Hey, that's good. That's new. That's new.
And enjoy 2 home runs. I'll let you guess who it was.
So do you think Ohtani's going to win the Derby?
No. Now with Matt Olson and Joey Gallo. Ooh,
Yeah.
in that
Man, the AL West just stacked with power hitters. I just realized that. Jeez.
Now, Elliot,
What's up?
I was putting in the private chat. I wanted to talk to Andrew
Oh, shoot. All right. Next time. I
Yeah.
promise.
because I have the reason he doesn't like Alonso gets on my nerves, and I want to call him out on it. So I will.
Call him out here. I'll make sure he sees it, and then he'll respond to you next week.
Andrew, you don't like Pete Alonso. You're one of your top 5 best players on the Mets. Is that a stretch, Elias?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
he's
a
definitely
stretch.
no. He's probably I'd say he's a top 5. DeGrom, and like Lindor, and then maybe Alonso. I'm
Okay.
probably Stroman, Diaz, Alonso. Something
Okay,
like that.
so top
So
3.
I'd say he's around
top
top 3. Yeah.
3. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to come off as
He's definitely top 5.
Okay, so top 5. All right, so you're mad at him because he didn't give kids an autograph. Well, I have a story to tell.
Oh, here we go.
I 2019, the year before all hell broke loose,
You're right about that.
I went to enjoy game. I got to go on the field and to watch them take batting practice. Everyone was nice to me. The players were nice to me. The coaches were nice to me. Otani comes out. I asked him for an autograph. He said, once I'm done with the batting practice. Do you think I got the autograph?
Nope.
Exactly. What? Do I hate him? Hell no.
Yep.
He's one of the best players. He is the best player on my team.
Currently.
When Mike Trout
Shout out. Yeah, exactly.
when Mike Trout isn't playing.
Yep.
Oh, can I go on a basketball / Stephen A. LeBron ESPN rant for
You can rant about
3
Stephen A.
minutes?
Smith whenever you want on my show. Go for it.
Stephen A. Smith? You are a sellout. You are a
So true.
talking head. You are LeBron's dick. You are a puppet. That is all you are. Everyone knows that. Elias,
It's so true.
ask me why it says 23 hater at the end of my name.
Who's number 23?
Is
Is it LeBron?
Yes,
Yep.
and if you want to know why I hate LeBron and ESPN so much,
Because they
Go
don't shut
what?
up about him?
go watch my latest video I did yesterday. Cheap plug. Go subscribe to my channel. Help me get to 200 subs.
Yep. Help him get 200.
Seahawks, Jose Rodriguez.
Yep.
Now let's talk about your Mets.
All right, let's do it, man.
And my Angels to a
Yep.
point.
Of course. All right.
And how shitty the Yankees are.
Hey, that's what I was about to say. So, Mets, Yankees definitely went our way.
Now, I went on a Yankee fan channel and I told him the absolute truth. The reason the Yankees suck right now is because they have no leader. In the 90s, they had Jeter, O'Neal, Tino Martinez,
Yep.
Jorge Posada, and so on and so forth. Joe Torre could just talk to the media and act like he was managing.
Yep.
No, the last time they won a World Series, 2010, they had Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera, Johnny Damon, Hideki Matsui. Everyone was a leader on that team. Nowadays, who's the fucking leader?
Yeah.
Who's the captain of that ship?
Like maybe you say Aaron Judge, but he's still a young
No,
player.
I do not say Aaron
and I wouldn't
Judge.
say either. You gotta actually play if you're gonna be a leader on a team.
I say DJ LeMahieu, but
Yeah. And he's only kind of vet on the team.
But it doesn't help if no one listens. Because Aaron Boone is a fucking idiot.
Terrible.
And so is Brian Cashman. And the owner is happy because he's getting fans in the stands. Because people are bored after a year of being
Stuck inside.
stuck in
Exactly.
home.
Yep.
So they'll take whatever they can get. And that's helping them. But hurting the on-field product.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, Cashman's got to go because pretty much everything he's done recently is
Cashman
kind of
has
blown
to
up.
go. Stanton has to go. Judge.
Yeah. And getting rid of Stanton is gonna be tough.
No, not Judge. Excuse me.
Judge stays. Judge should stay.
Boone
I think honestly,
has to go.
obviously.
Who the fuck is their first baseman?
Luke Voigt.
Oh,
He's good.
okay. Who's their third baseman?
Gio Urshela. He's good.
Get him. Play him at short, please. Just play
They
him.
did last night. Yeah, they did last night because
Just
my
do
god,
that.
Gleyber Torres could not play
Yeah,
shortstop.
exactly. Get a real fucking shortstop. I know you don't like Derek Jeter, but
He was a shortstop.
he
Yeah,
was a fucking shortstop.
exactly.
Give me a fucking outfield. Get rid of Stan. Get rid of Gardner. Get rid of
Gardner. Yeah. I mean, I'd say he's the leader on the team,
and,
but he doesn't play that much.
And while we're talking baseball, we shitted on the Dodgers a little too much last time. I
Yeah,
was
big time.
on because they went on a
Insane stretch.
10-game winning streak. But Dave Roberts needs to stop saying Albert Pujols,
Yeah. Oh, I was talking with someone about this.
Chris Taylor.
Yeah, I don't. Here, you mind if I rant real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
Dave Roberts is he's the definition of a babysitter. He's only successful because he has an all-star team. You know, he can't win shit, so they have to go get Mookie Betts, and they have to have a freaking global pandemic and a 60-game season, and he finally won a ring. Like, he just refuses to play young players. Like last year, Will Smith got no playing time, and he's a top 3 catcher, borderline top 2 catcher in baseball because they kept playing Austin Barnes because he's a guy who's been there for a while or whatnot. I mean, he just has these guys that like Kike Hernandez, Chris Taylor, who he just has an obsession with. It seems like
Kike is in Boston.
yeah, well, obviously not anymore, but like back when he was with, LA, like he just has these players that he has an obsession with and just refuses to play anyone better. Like I know Albert Pujols was good 20 years ago or, however long ago,
15.
but I mean, 15 years ago, bit of an exaggeration,
Be
but I mean,
nice.
he
Be
should
nice.
not be,
Be nice.
yeah. You should not be your freaking everyday first baseman. I know you've had injuries and whatnot, but I mean, why not give Matt Beattie or one of these other younger guys a shot, a guy who might actually stick around a while? Like, I don't get it, man.
Exactly. Elias,
What's up?
what time is the Mets game over?
I think it's just about to start. It's a 7-inning doubleheader, so.
Well, it should be over at what, 6? My time,
Oh, 6 year time?
which is 9 your time.
Yeah, probably, yeah. No,
So-
probably, yeah, it's 7 innings, so yeah, probably.
So
that time.
after the Mets game is over,
Yep.
I will go live on my channel and you, Hayden, Sergio, Mets fan, and Andrew can come to and we can talk about our sports. baseball, basketball, hockey,
Football.
soccer, football, soccer, whatever. All right.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man. I'm down.
So please tell the rest of the guys, and yeah, I'll see you in a couple hours. All right.
Yep. That sounds good, man. Sounds like a
See you
plan.
then, cuz.
All right, see you there,
I
man. Thanks
appreciate
for calling
you.
in, bro. I appreciate it. You have a good night.
Much
Absolutely.
love.
All right, cool. You have a good night, man.
You too.
All right. Shout out to Jose for calling in, guys. I'm going to wrap up the show here. Unfortunately, no calls of the week. I didn't have enough time to make it. I'll upload it as a separate video for those who want to see it. Like always, guys, love doing this show. I say this every time. Really appreciate the call-ins. It's so much fun to do it. Sorry for the crazy intro. That was not a technical issue. It's just my stupidity. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You check us out on Instagram, big.apple.baseball.banter, and of course, podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple, all sorts of stuff. You can find our show, Big Apple Baseball Banter. Appreciate you guys listening. I'll see you guys next time. Let's go Mets.